this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Here we go. What? None. What? None.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know. Defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that.
They're going to look to throw. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Strong left.
Sunday, say kill. Hey, 4 don't kill.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Lion.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense.
Don't go. 180.
On 3rd down. That's Smith. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
This is taken at about the 14. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position.
One set. Eyes up. One set.
Let's go. Red 38.
84.
Red 38.
Check 84.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken a 1st quarter lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And the last drive, the 1st drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Ram.
Check. Check hot route.
Done.
Hot.
180.
Jim.
Diggs in motion left.
Check 52.
On the ground, this is Smith. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
But that changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Going deep for Diggs. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Ram. Stand up in. Kill.
And the wideout in motion. Now Wentz on third down. And that is incomplete.
So we have to remember this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks, had an open week, and so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
I got you, baby. I got you.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is brought in at the 21. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. And the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Come on, let's go. Red 38.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's low. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to see now a loose football. The ball comes out. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Done. 180.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On the carry, here's Smith. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They go back to the ground with Smith. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. And our statistician, Ben Ramsauer, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss. We're only in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone...
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Jonathan Allen with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. He's going to float this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 35. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 49 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Let's go. Yeah, baby. Boom.
Flex round! Flex round!
He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here we go! What? Nandi! What? Nandi!
Oh, you got
They'll set up to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move.
Ohio! Here we go! Grand third! Flex round!
They'll run it now out of the gun into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Last stop.
Wins to throw on 2nd down. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Sunday. Dragon.
You got tight right there.
They'll run it now with Smith. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Hey, Stash. Ram.
And now here's a carry heading left. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit, throwing it a little bit more.
Now Wentz. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's into the clear. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Hey, Lou. Sunday. Dragon. Here we go.
Wentz now on 1st down. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play's going and being able to make a play on the football.
That's it, baby. That's it.
Come on, let's go. Ohio. Here we go. Flex round. 38. Red 38. Ohio.
Hey, turn it up.
Let's go. 190. Flex round.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's low. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Come on, let's go. 90.
They run the counter now on 1st down, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Ohio. Here we go. 190. Flex round.
Take the running back. 25.
Ohio. Flex round. Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
Switch.
On play action, they'll throw. Throw left side complete. It's Murphy. That one goes for 24 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Here we go. Flex round. Let's go. 190.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Philly. 44 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know There isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Lion. 120. Sunday.
Mike.
On second down, here's Wentz. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here we go.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he's able to find Diggs. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
More Tokyo.
Check safety.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Check 3. Hot.
Go.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
81. Lion.
Watch the ship.
Done. 120. Sunday.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offense.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are back within a score. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Come on, flex round.
Hey. 4 down. Check it out.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
They'll set up a throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end
Come
right.
on, let's go. What?
We got 4.
They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Murphy. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
Here we go.
Single,
What?
slow,
Let's
slow.
round.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Murphy. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Let's go. What? 9.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Looking to throw. A swing pass caught. He got 29 yards that time. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And it's up and good.
That's it, baby, that's it. That's 6, baby.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Hey, we got tight left, tight left.
Here we go. Kill. Drag him.
Odd. 5 down. Stand up in.
From the gun, it's Wentz.
Flare.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
I got 11. He's mine.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Ram, don't go. Here we go. Kill.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Throwing is Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Uncorks one for Davis. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out. Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Go. Let's kill.
Mike 55! Here we are.
On first down, Wentz. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Safety's creeping. Tighten up.
Wentz going to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Watch tight end. Hey.
Come on, let's get.
Hey, we got four. We got four down.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Hey, watch it.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Second down now after the pass completion.
Tight end left.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. Ohio. Flex round.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go. Spread 38. Flex round.
Four
Flex
down.
round.
36.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding the safety valve here. That's complete. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Tight end right.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. Spread
One
38.
receiver left, 3 to the right.
Flex round. Let's go.
Check.
Third and goal now. The defense looking to hold serve again. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. And a loss of 3 to bring up fourth.
Woo! You got him. You got him.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 12 yards there as they move the chains. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
For Tokyo. Sunday.
Double dog. That's the way.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
The Eagles on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. To throw is Wentz. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really...
It got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A huge play there for Washington. 49 yards.
Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go. What? 90.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I know you felt that one.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Let's go. What? 90.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
You don't want no problems.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go. Red 38. Flex round. Flex round.
It's going to be a long day.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this one's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Double tight.
Come on, let's go. What? 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Looked like they had a window to get that in there, but a good job rallying defensively.
Excellent timing. No pass interference. The hit jars it loose, and now they force them into a decision. Do you go for it on 4th down or kick the field goal?
And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Hey, Ram,
And now here's a carry heading left. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see. Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Stephon Diggs with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. And now the punter Tress Way as he sends this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
Run. Sunday.
Crunch.
Ram.
And now here's a carry heading left. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Offense in a good spot here. 2nd and 2.
Please 5-7. 81.
On play action, Wentz. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Throwing on first is Wentz. And Diggs has it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Go. 120.
Here we go. Check him up.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Stephon Diggs with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2.
Check three. Sunday, hey, Tokyo!
Wins to throw again. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
Flex round! Ohio! Here we go! What? 90!
Back to throw now on first down. He sets to fire deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Now a handoff as they run left side. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Wins to throw on second down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. They'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Check, tight right. Solo out there, check the outside. Here we go.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
5 down.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Lion. Here we go.
Hey, turn it up.
Hey, Ford Tokyo.
Slam.
He'll look to throw. The left side caught by Diggs. And he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Now a handoff as they run left side. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Glover. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6.
Lion.
Tyson. 5 down. Stand up in. Kill.
And he motions the wide receiver. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. From the 2-yard line now, it's 1st and goal.
He's checking Crab.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Pick the edge.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Another pistol look here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Bus. Check safety. Slam.
Go. 180.
Mike 55.
Now receiver in motion left.
Hey, we heavy on the edges.
And now here's a carry heading left. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
5 down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
I know you feel that.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs?